It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Milton Glueck along with Dr. Calvin Finch, Mark Peterson, and sitting here on the porch at Milberger's ready to talk gardening with you. So give us a call or come by. Now the phone number to call is 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. All right. Well, what's going on, gentlemen? I have some questions, but I'll let y'all...
Tomatoes.
Good. Did you get some?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Good.
Yeah, I just couldn't pass up. The red snappers are available, and, of course, Ruby Crush, and then Thunderbird.
Yeah.
So
you like Thunderbird.
Yeah, I got those three varieties, and there's a lot of other varieties. There's Tycoon and
Celebrity
two
Plus.
types of Celebrity,
Yeah.
And what we're looking for here, is a tomato that'll be able to grow to a good size and stop and then concentrate on setting its fruit and beating the cold weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so that's why we have a lot of the varieties that have chosen, because they're either semi-determinate or they're determinate. Mm-hmm. And they've been selected as rodeo tomatoes too. They competed and performed well. You don't want to wait too long.
No, we've made the mistake over the years of waiting a little too long. So come on by and get them.
I was going to wait, and then I thought about last year, and I waited one Saturday, the next Saturday, and all my beloved Thunderbirds were gone. So I said, well, and I better do that. I better get them now and get ready to plant. You can plant them directly. Well, you want to get those, if you've got the tomatoes from the spring, you want to get those plants out of there, especially if they've been infected by spider mites. And you can, be as careful as you can and pull the plants with spider mites and put them in the garbage, and don't drop as... have you had good luck with Trace's...
have you done Trace's method?
I didn't do Trace's method. I just had the big container, so
you were lazy.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I just pulled the garden bin up to the plant and pulled it out, shook it, and then threw it away.
All right. Okay, that sounds good.
Well, but what about the shaking?
Well, I was just trying to get the soil off the bottom.
Yeah.
And actually, I did what Mark said, which was cut the... Yeah, never mind. I didn't do it that way. I just took the soil from there and then threw away the big root ball.
What we're debating here is that you want to avoid leaving any of those spider mites, because they'll survive long enough to be parents on your new plants.
Yeah, did you try the method?
No.
No? Okay.
I find it too elaborate. I kind of like your method.
I like your method the best.
Pull the recycle the
tomato
or the green bin. The green bin up.
Yes, the green bin.
I always find that tomato plants get so entwined in the tomato cages.
Oh, okay.
To get them out of there is... You can't hardly do it without knocking all the spider mites off. Then another thing, which, and with this rain, which is really common, in fact, I had cleaned out the weeds around my plants, but then they're back now. So you also want to get those kind of clear that area around your tomato plants, because they'll be hiding the spider mites too. And the spider, if the temperature cools, or the night cools, the spider mites may not be an issue.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
But these 100-degree days and
well, we haven't had
75 at night.
Yeah, the nighttime temperatures seem normal, I guess, but the daytime it doesn't quite get to 100.
Didn't Al look up? Because I was going to say that we've only had 3 days of 100-degree days. I thought Al was going to look up the number.
Several have been forecast, but they...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this week, I say that because this week we're supposed to have a couple 100-degree days.
Now, of course, I think the spider mites will probably do as well in 98 as they will in 101.
Yes. I don't think the 2 degrees are going to matter much to the spider mites. You know, they're almost born pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Just like aphids.
Okay. So it doesn't matter. What temperature does it matter, since it doesn't matter whether it's 95, 96, 97, 98, 99,
well,
100?
It can be below 70 at night.
Oh, is that the nighttime temperature is more important 85. Than the daytime? That's when you see them kind of go away? Well, we're not going to get that.
Well, not go away, but diminish.
Yeah, their reproduction rate is reduced.
I got another question about pests in just a second, but Alan has a duck question.
Duck question?
Duck question. 210-308-8867. Duck.
Rabbit.
Food or wildlife?
We'll find out right now. Hey there, Alan. Welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. What's going on?
I know this is a plant show, but you're smart guys. You know about these things, but I keep seeing these lines of birds flying over. I mean, they look like, an angular line. Like, I think they're ducks. There's like 9 to 15 of them.
Tree ducks.
But I keep seeing they keep flying over. I'm over like a Pyramidal in Thousand Oaks.
Whoa! Pyramidal Thousand Oaks. Yeah, Calvin is right, maybe right. Is Mexican tree ducks or whistling ducks?
Tree ducks,
Yeah, because I happen to know there's a bunch over off of Stall, so that's near that area.
Now, traditionally this time of the year we just see the pair.
Yeah.
At some point they start getting closer together.
They're kind of raucous, and they've learned to like San Antonio. They used to be migratory, but now there's.
Well, that's kind of cool. Some neighborhoods.
Yeah. Well, the Botanical Center used to have a whole bunch too, or they still do. But there are parts of San Antonio, certain neighborhoods that have.
Yeah, they're obviously nesting someplace because they're flying over.
So our guess is these Mexican tree ducks or Mexican whistling ducks is another name.
Tree ducks.
Yeah, they have orange legs.
Yeah, if you get one in a pair in your neighborhood, you can expect them or the young to jump out of the holes that they were nested in the trees that they've selected, and then you quite often will see pictures of them walking trying to find a water.
Now, these are different from the wood ducks up north.
Right.
These are Mexican wood ducks or Mexican whistling ducks.
And they got that angle that you talked about and that long peak.
Right. I keep seeing them. They're like 9 to 15 in an angular way flying along,
So, I would imagine maybe over there at Northern Hills.
Okay.
But a couple of places where there's a little bit of water or some tall trees, said like that.
Okay. I know this is about plants, but I really appreciate it.
Oh, no, that's good.
No. So
we're into wildlife,
now you're
butterflies.
Oh, go ahead, Calvin.
Yeah, this is about the natural world, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and
okay.
The gardening is so closely related to all those wildlife issues, too, and that just adds a lot of value to our gardening experience.
So, do you think I can look up tree ducks and find out information about them?
Yeah, don't go wood duck. Go tree ducks or Mexican tree ducks.
Or I would look at the whistling ducks.
Yeah, I did whistling. That's the first way I knew them as. It's interchangeable. Mexican whistling or Mexican tree.
Now there's two
whistling or Mexican
two varieties.
Tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two varieties.
Right.
I think we only have one normally here, but they're someplace close. The range of the second one starts too. So yeah, but they're beautiful and they get pretty tame. Well, I take that back. Relatively tame in some neighborhoods when they're raising the young.
So they hang out in trees by the water.
They lay their eggs just like basically like wood ducks. They lay their eggs in hollow areas in trees, and then the ducklings, when they're ready to make the move, come jumping out, flop, 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 and then they go in a column, and then you'll see people will take pictures of them crossing the roads and going on to the pond. They need the hollow tree, and then they also need like Mark mentioned, they need the water situation not very far. Like that's why the botanical gardens used to be a good place to catch.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to look that up right now.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Hey, Alan.
Yes.
I'm just curious, since you're calling a gardening show, I'm guessing you're a gardener. Are you growing anything fun right now? Are you doing other stuff for butterflies or? Well, you're not planting for the wood ducks, but could you plant for wood ducks?
No.
Okay.
They're called trees.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I guess technically you could.
Well,
Sorry,
I'm
Alan.
a landscape architect, but
oh, cool.
So anyway, but I just like the natural world, birds, trees, shrubs, flowers. I like all of it.
Good for you, man.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Alan. I hope we helped you.
All right, bye, Alan.
Yes, you did.
Let us know if you found out anything exciting, and we'll try to, and we'll encourage the gardeners that have the whistling ducks in their neighborhood to let us know, and then we'll try to announce it. Although
did you say whistling ducks?
Yeah,
that's
another
one
name.
Of the name.
Whistling like whistle, like that. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. All right. I'm going to look that up right now. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. All right, that'll free up a line at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Anything more you want to say about the whistling wood ducks?
No, I just, I hadn't noticed them for several years. This year, though, Alan's right. They're kind of seeing quite a few of them, but I see them mostly in pairs, which...
I don't want to disparage any of God's creatures, but they can become a pest.
They can become what?
A pest.
Oh, okay.
They can be pretty bold.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way of saying it.
But, most neighborhoods kind of like the boldness. But now let's see. Would you pick peacocks over whistling ducks?
Whistling ducks.
Yeah, I think I go for whistling ducks.
Yeah.
Do you have peacocks in your neighborhood now?
Yes.
Oh, are they bad? Why don't you like them?
Well, they're noisy, and
okay.
you talk about the noise. Not a major problem, but they're bold.
Oh.
They'll come in your yard, and like if you go away. Now the neighborhood behind ours has got loaded with.
Oh, okay.
And ours, they keep mentioning our neighborhood. We got a few, but if you go away on vacation or something for 2 weeks or 1 week, you come back, and quite often they'll have some young ones that are just matured that year, or a pair that's just crowded out of the normal neighborhood will end up. They'll be on your roof, or they'll be in your garden, or around your trees. Yeah,
they seem pretty. I've seen them in other neighborhoods, and they seem to pretty much kind of go where they want to go.
They do. Well, and they're protected. There's in that neighborhood adjacent to Dream Hill Estates. I don't think the percentage is 50-50, but there are a number of neighbors that have made arrangements to have them removed, and then of course there's the other part of the neighborhood is protective of them and calls. There's legislation to protect them. You can't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can't. Well, there was new city council just this year put some stronger words in there. In fact, they, if I remember right, they recollected the ones that had gotten captured and were taken out of the neighborhood. They
repatriated.
Yeah, got them back and put them back in the neighborhood.
Huh. I know you can eat duck. Can you eat peacock?
Oh, I'm sure that was a Roman delicacy. Those
you think?
Those
They're
Romans
big.
ate anything.
And they're heavy.
Yeah. It's stuffed mice.
But you might just want to wear their feathers, Milt.
Yeah. Let's start a new fashion trend.
All right. I got Bert on the line at 210-308-8867. Hey, Bert, welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. How you doing today? Bert, you there?
Hello?
Hello. Hi. Who's this?
This is Bart.
Yeah, I thought it was Bart. I couldn't get an answer from the station. Sorry about that, Bart. Welcome. Is this Calvin's Bart?
Yes.
Yeah, neighbor Bart.
Neighbor Bart. Yay, the container gardener.
Well, and also the peacock raiser. Up
Yeah,
until
we-
a few days
okay.
ago.
About every other year, the peacock will decide to nest in our yard. I think it's peacocks with a death wish, because we have Airedales, and they pick a bad spot to lay their eggs.
Oh.
Although the current Airedale we have is real docile. We had one this year.
Docile? Well,
Yeah.
you're going too
Current one.
far.
The current
Well,
one.
Well,
Yeah,
Rocky
that's right.
Rocky is very reasonable and pleasant, but I don't think he's docile.
Yeah, he would go out there and visit him every day, or her, the peahen, but he would leave it alone. She would leave it alone. Whereas my other Airedales, we had to keep them away.
Oh yeah, and then the other Airedale was roadrunners were fair game for.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, anything
For
that
the-
come in the neighborhood. I heard you had some question about the squash.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. So it sounds, are you getting squash now on the Tatuma right now?
We are getting some, not as much as we were in the beginning.
Okay.
But, so were you just not getting any squash at all?
Well, so I got them in containers, and Calvin says the containers may not be big enough, but the leaves are yellowing, and I have one in the ground, and it started to run. It looked great this morning.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm just there. I get blooms and no squash, nothing after the bell. Yes, sir.
My experience with them is that they cycle through male and female blooms. In the very beginning, beginning, we got a bunch of female blooms, and we couldn't eat the squash enough. And then it went sort of neutral, didn't bloom very much. Then it started blooming male blooms, but now we have a few female, so we're getting a few. But the other thing is, they keep talking about it not getting squash vine borers, and that has not been my experience at all. I tend to get the borer every year.
Even on your Tatuma?
Oh, yeah. But they power through it. In other words, you'll see that they bore into it, but the plant will languish, but it will still produce some, not as much as it was, but I've
So
always
instead
had
of volleyball size, you only get softball size Tatuma.
and that's the way you want them anyway. So.
How
the other thing I
large are your
found is that,
containers, Bart?
they are 2 foot by 4 foot by about 10 to 12 inches, which is roughly works out to about 50 gallons.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, those are big.
And, well, I put 3 of them in there.
Oh, okay.
So, I think you could get away with maybe a 25-gallon one for 1 or 2. But my bet is that you probably have some squash vine borer.
Oh, you think? What would I look for? Or just the fact that they keep blooming and nothing happens is probably an indication.
Well, I think that may be just that you're cycling through male or female blooms at this time.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't know that part.
But also, summer squash does that.
Yeah, if they ever got their act together and had both at the same time, you probably would have more squash than you can possibly imagine. So,
cool. And how much sun do you? Full sun?
It's full sun. It's all
full
day.
Sun? Okay.
And by the way, in a week or two, it'd be a good time to do the fall application or try to get them to grow in the fall. It seems like there's fewer the borers in the fall than in the spring. So you might have better luck. And if you leave a couple of them on the vine, you probably end up with miniature pumpkins because they look a lot like a pumpkin.
Huh.
If you just let them get bigger.
Okay.
So anyway.
No. Thank you, Bart. That's terrific. Thank you for your help, man.
Sure.
I'll just keep at it. They bloom. They look lovely, except the leaves are yellowing. But maybe I'm overwatering. And like I said, the one that's running is doing great. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I'd just be patient, water and fertilizer. So.
All right, I'm going to make you my squash buddy, my Tatuma pal, and I'll keep telling you how I'm doing.
You might want to change your phone number, Bart.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Hey, one other thing to consider is that those squash are camouflage. They are very difficult to find sometimes. It's inevitable at the end of the year when I pick them up and I clean up that there'll be one about the size of a football that we didn't see. And so you really have to look around for them too sometimes.
Yeah, the last time I grew them, I think I got about 25 feet of vine.
Yeah,
it was just unbelievable, and there were and there was there was a squash every 2 feet.
Yeah. So they're a lot of fun, but they aren't particularly. They're not. They can be challenging.
Okay.
And I assist Bart because he would just be overwhelmed by the squash, and if he didn't make me
eat some,
share with the recipes.
No, but then you threw his peacocks under the bus.
Yeah.
Well, Rocky is one of my favorite Airedales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you have a dog that recognizes your voice on the telephone.
Wow.
When their dad is talking.
That's a good dog.
Yeah, so I'll call Calvin sometimes, and he hears his voice, and he runs straight to the back gate.
Really? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he anticipates that he's coming over, so. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool.
In fact,
hey, I'm so glad you called. We've and my VIPs are doing great. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful.
They were suffering for a long time, and then I think there was too much water, and except for one little bit, it rotted and fell, and I just kind of laid off on the water, and now I got that's not huge, but it's good. It's a nice sized plant. So thank you for your generosity on that. That was very nice.
Bet. Yeah.
Well, don't expect too much from them. This is middle of July, and they.
Oh, okay.
That's unusual that they're lasting this long.
Okay, well, they're doing okay.
Yeah, very good. You all take care.
Thank you, Bart.
Bye, Bart.
Thank you again for calling. That was very nice of you. All right, we're going to take a quick break. While we do, give us a call at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. More of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Millburgers Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Hey, you always hear me talk about Prusky's Meat Market, and it sure is a lot of fun. If you're ready to cook your family something that's going to taste good, that's made the old-fashioned way with quality as a criteria, then Prusky's Market is for you. Edmund Prusky's been doing this for a while, knows what to do, and puts a great deal of care into it. From the service that you get before you even purchase anything to the great quality meats, poultry, duck. I don't know if they have whistling ducks, but I don't think they have peacocks. If Edmund's listening, he can call and tell us if we can get peacocks. But you can get great sausage. Oh, my gosh, the sausage is great. Jerky, if you're Mark's a big fan of the jerky. What?
You said jerky and pointed your finger at me.
Well, that's because you like the jerky.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's what when you mentioned jerky, reminds me of, because Mark occasionally brings it.
Yeah.
Occasionally,
shares it with us.
He needs to bring some more.
So if you're one of the folks that remembers how great service was, how great meats can be, then head on over Highway 87 to Prusky's Market in Atkins, Texas, between 410 and 1604. Go to pruskysmeatmarket.com and you'll see everything that they have. You can even order it and have them delivered. So check it out, pruskysmeatmarket.com. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Calvin, you wanted to mention something after we finish this, Bart. And Bart, thank you again for calling, man. That was so cool.
I can't remember what I wanted.
You wanted to mention that he something about container gardening.
Oh, no, yeah. I just want to remind everybody that if they wanted to learn more about I hope you all got the message that Bart is a successful container gardener. And Mark, in fact, has done a feature, one of his films.
One of my GVST videos was over at Bart's place.
That's right.
And
I forgot that part.
It's a collection of different art pieces as well as containers. And I really enjoyed that. Mostly in the back, a little bit on the side, but I had a Mark's Minute there. I talked about turf care, and we laughed that most of Bart's turf is like horse herb or frog fruit.
Okay.
It was early in the year, but it looked really nice.
A lot of native plants, yeah.
All right, which, by the way, is the same way that I get my hair cut, mostly in the back, little on the sides.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 210.
No.
Why
is that? Bart's yard is much thicker than yours.
Yeah, oh, thank you, Calvin.
Yes.
And I think people like to be reminded of it, that their hair is thinning. Sure appreciate that. You're the best, man.
Oh, well.
I know. You got a great head of hair.
I think mine is.
Calvin's hair. People should come see Calvin's hair.
Mine
it's
is
beautiful.
thinning a little too.
Just come look at this hair.
My
it's
barber
gorgeous.
is trying to raise the price on it.
Oh, see?
She said at my age, shouldn't have that much hair.
Oh, man, you are blessed. You are hair blessed. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. So I thought of a question. I was trying to, you'd mentioned spider mites this time of year on tomatoes, and that's something to look out for. Oh, well, we lost Mark. What happened to Mark? You okay?
Put my head down just for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Just for a moment.
Why is that?
Well, he's cold, and it's hot.
What?
Hot.
Oh, okay.
Hot.
Uh-huh. And what about other insects on veggies? Bart mentioned the squash borers. Anything on peppers? Because peppers should be doing great now. Are there any insects that attack peppers?
Not much, but aphids.
Yeah, aphids will get on them. Oh. There's some beetles that beetle action on their leaves.
Well, even mealybugs will occasionally get on.
So, but in general, no, the peppers don't usually have a severe enough infestation that would warrant an insecticide.
And the spider mites, I've never had spider mites phase them a bit.
By the way, we do have lots of peppers over here.
Oh, that's a good segue. I didn't even mean that.
Yeah, it's just, we have some new Anaheims and some Tam. That's from A&M. Can you see that? Tam mild, sweet bananas. One called Mucho Nacho. That sounds like a good one to try.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard of that. That sounds cool.
And Serranos and California Wonders.
And what was the Anaheims you got?
Yeah, we got some Anaheims.
They were the...
And some bananas.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned the bananas. The bananas are really mild, tasty, very productive. So they're real easy to grow. I think the easiest for me have always been the jalapenos and the banana peppers.
Yeah.
Okay. And they have the Tam mild, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of the bells are a little harder here. We like to do those earlier in the year because they don't like our warm nights. That's always a problem.
If you had, so I got the Anaheims, and they're coming back now. It's growing again. The plant is, and nice green pepper, about the size of somewhere between a golf ball and a baseball, or it's tennis ball size. And then all of a sudden, something
chewed on it.
Well, not only chewed on it, but made a big hole in it, and so it kind of ripened around the hole. It reddened around there, but the whole inside was yuck. Any thoughts?
Well, what is one of the caterpillars?
I don't know.
Bird, maybe?
Oh, you think it could be a bird?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except, peppers don't always attract them, but let's see. Oh,
they don't have lips.
The mammals.
Yeah, no, that was the other one I was thinking of. Mammals, maybe an opossum or a raccoon.
So, okay. Oh, it could be a raccoon. Yeah, but it's amazing how quickly the pepper just went. Apparently it did not like that. So, and we put it in the house and forgot about it for about a week, and it just looks horrible now. Like it's all folded over itself. But anyway, so the research I was doing talked about leaf-footed bugs and peppers or something?
Yeah.
Is that an issue?
They're tough.
Yeah, it's just stink bugs and leaf-footed peppers. They're all peppers. Insects. They're all kind of close in the same family.
But not you see them in peppers, but it's not like like they are in the blackberries or the peaches.
Oh, okay.
Peaches.
Yeah, peaches. Yeah. They really put a big brown spot in the peach and really make it nasty.
They're real hard to control.
I know.
Unless
you have a vacuum.
The vacuum.
Trace vacuum sits up.
The other option, of course, is our pesticide, insecticide.
What is it that gets rid of them? What pesticide would you use?
I would try spinosad first.
Oh, really? Okay.
I haven't had much luck with spinosad, but
I'd try that first.
Yeah, the one that we used to alternate with 7.
The carbaryl. Carbaryl is 7.
No, how about it's what is that product? It's still everywhere.
Meta. Now you got me doing it.
It starts with an L, I think.
Yeah. All right. It's frequently used for mosquitoes.
Malathion?
Malathion.
That's
there you go.
Good
Thank
work.
you, sir.
No, thanks.
Beep, 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 beep.
Malathion. And then, of course, if you use malathion, you got to see the label and make sure you follow the instructions in terms of how many days after you spray you can harvest and utilize.
All our good stuff has gone away.
And the good news is that the malathion is not necessarily a long wait like some of our pesticides.
You couldn't get MSMA anymore. You could just hear the heartbreak in people.
That was a good weed killer. I mean, grass killer.
Yeah, you were getting were you getting Bermuda out of St. Augustine?
Yeah,
or vice versa.
Yeah, all of that.
All right. 210-308-8867. Is GVST's meeting tomorrow?
Is it the third Monday of the month?
It is.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it will be.
Well, and there's I can't remember who it is, but there was a interesting topic that was scheduled for sure. Do you?
Yeah, you and I both perked our ears, and then we have promptly forgotten it.
So Rose Flores will be
from
building
Palo
soil,
Alto, my good friend Rose. So
building soil and urban spaces to conserve our resources. Why grow food on urban land? And then session 2 is an example of urban reclamation and methods to conserve, including gardening for food security across the USA.
Is that both Rose? Rose going to do both?
That's what it appears, yeah.
Okay. Now, Rose is at the Eco Central. She's director of Eco Central now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think it says that in here, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But that's cool. And then the tool sharpening. Are you going tomorrow?
I have to do a video early in the morning,
okay.
So I may or may not go, depending on how I feel.
If you go, tell me. I'll bring you a tool in the $5 donation that's requested.
Okay. Yes.
But I can't stay for the meeting.
Boy, and it's worth it
No,
if you.
I just think
If you haven't had your pruning shears.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need to have done. Oh.
They really, yeah.
Yeah.
The pruning tools need to be sharp.
Yep. I learned that yesterday. It is brush pickup time. And I'm declaring war on hackberries. I'm pretty sure hackberry is the one with the yellow orange berry and the thorns.
Oh well,
no. Okay, then I'm not declaring.
It's one of the hackberries. What is that one, Mark?
The one with thorn is a spiny hackberry.
Spiny, yeah.
Yeah, but it's usually south of town, but it could be found.
Man.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got quite a few of it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I got this Band-Aid on from the damage it caused, and then I had to take it out to the front, and it was like poking me, and yeah.
Well, it used to be when we, the volunteer corps was working at the Mitchell Lake Audubon Center. We used to preserve the spiny hackberries because
that's where I first learned about it.
They're such a good cover plant, and again, of course, they produce those hackberries.
And
it's good and bad.
Yeah,
it's just for the snout nose.
No. Oh, okay. I don't mind it on the ground. It was cutting it because it had overgrown. It was actually cutting it was fine. Taking it to the front of the house for brush pickup was the bad part.
For listener edification, how did you do with your chainsaw?
I haven't tried it yet. I didn't need to.
Okay.
I had a hedger, so I just went to the back fence and it's like, the little.
Yeah, folks, we broke it down and
thank you.
We put a new chain on because I suggested I believe you need a new sharp chain.
So I didn't want to try it until I absolutely needed it. So I'll try it when there's less pressure on me. But yeah, I don't know if you're like me, but I see other people's brush piles and I get envious. But we have an enviable brush pile this time.
Well, good.
Thank you. I did some work.
You're a good little worker.
I am.
As my mother would say.
No, that's nice of her.
Yeah.
All right. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Finishing up the stuff on GVST. Where is it going to be?
Well, we're going to be at Chris's Park. Now,
it's not going to be at the...
no, it's going to be down in the Southtown area.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is a park. We're going to find out all about it. A little bit I know it's named after a young man who passed away prematurely, and this park was dedicated to him. So run by, I believe, the Linda Pace's operation, because it's real near Ruby City, or the Art Pace building, and so we're going to find all about it. What's his history, what's his story, who's taking care of it, and it is a very nice. Very right off of Maine, South Maine, but or South Flores rather, but you'd never notice. It's kind of just all secluded. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And then later on in the week, we're going to be going to Confluence Park on the San Antonio River and San Pedro.
Wait, I'm confused now.
We're going to be doing another video.
So is the gardening volunteers meeting at Chris's Park?
No.
See, it's where you're videoing.
So we were doing a video.
Okay.
So what you had asked me was, am I going to gardening
You
volunteers?
know, I know,
South
but I'm
Texas?
just wondering where.
And I said, maybe because I'm doing the video early in the morning.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to know where it is, go to gardeningvolunteers.org.
Well, let's get this straight, though. Tomorrow's event is at the Botanical Garden.
There you go. That's
Garden
what
Center.
Milton is leading up to, and I apologize for that. The Gardening Volunteers of South Texas Essentials of Gardening is at the Garden Center. Garden Center, thank you.
With
San
Funston.
Antonio Garden Center on Funston and North New Braunfels.
And Plant Swap.
And Plant Swap.
And Munchies.
I emphasize the Munchies.
Yeah, you said they were really good.
Yeah.
Start at 11:30 or start at noon?
I'm at about noonish.
What time do they?
Over about 3.
About 2:45, 2:30.
Do they sharpen tools throughout? Or
Throughout.
Okay, cool. So if I get them to you, tell me what you decide, because I gotta figure this out.
Okay.
Maybe you can help me. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. While we do, give us a call 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Or come on by Millburgers like Tom did yesterday, and we appreciate all the people that came by and gave us their gardening questions and the pictures. Back after this on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Millburgers Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867. You bought, besides the tomatoes, you bought that pretty plant there. You want to tell us about that one?
Well, yeah, it's a firebush, and
Okay.
it's just an unbelievable specimen. It's in I think about 3-gallon container, number 3 maybe, and the ideal, the one I imagine is ideal for on the patio in the full sun to attract the hummingbirds from now until the fall, all through the fall migration, and it's so I couldn't resist it.
Yeah, there's some very nice new varieties. One was called lemon peel, one was called orange peel firebush. But I still like the old-fashioned one.
I'm with
here.
you on that too.
I think it's really beautiful. It does take a little while to get going in the summertime. It really does like the heat, just like the Mexican bird of paradise. But it's really, really nice.
Yeah, but these here at Millburgers, of course, are in full bloom, nearly 4 feet tall.
Yeah. Yes.
And so you could just put it out in the patio and you get an instant response from the black chins right now, and then a little later the migrating ones will come through. And the thing about firebush, got the red blooms. Mark says it comes up. It's a late summer, comes up a little later in the spring foliage, and then the new foliage is red. And then in the fall, as it gets in, it's like a fall coloring, autumn leaves, the really spectacular bronze-looking foliage.
It would die back, but you get very great color throughout the year on that. The new growth, and then the flowers, and then the fall color.
And it's it's an unusual plant. I guess it's because of the root structure. But if you have it growing out in the garden or a raised bed garden where it's got plenty of root space, gets huge and makes a nice shrub. If you have it in this container, a 10-gallon container or a 15-gallon container, it stays in a nice concentric shape, disciplined looking, and doesn't take over at all. So it's just a perfect situation for full sun on the patio, and you can put it in a. What I would do if you want to get a kind of an instant response, you could purchase it the way they are, and then just place them until you're ready to put them in a larger container, if you want to have them. 10 gallon, 15 gallons, nice. But it's worth it to come and take a look at them. I don't know how long they'll last. It's one of those, like the, what in my article yesterday I talked about the
bougainvilleas.
Well, also the phlox.
Yeah.
Phoenix phlox.
Yeah.
And, of course, we talked about those a lot 2 weeks ago, and they all sold.
Yeah, I was going to say, as I look over to where they once were, I go, I don't see any anymore. Yeah, they went like wildflower.
They're attractive. That's another one that does well on a full sun on a patio in a 15 gallon
I
container.
like the additional benefit. It's very aromatic.
Oh.
And the flowers are.
That means it smells good, huh,
Yeah.
Milton?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I always think of it as smelling a lot like lilacs, like they used to smell in the north. My ex-wife, who was visiting, corrected me. She said it's got its own pleasant fragrance, but not necessarily as close to lilac as I described it. I guess maybe I haven't been back in a while. So
Okay. Yeah.
But
we'll accept that. Judges, yes, we'll accept that.
Yes. Well, if you knew her, you absolutely would accept it. Yes. But the fragrance is very pleasant, and the blooms are spectacular too, and the pink and white on that Phoenix phlox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine seem to still be getting established, but yeah, they're the one in the yard that I did first. Now is kind of standing upright and on its own, and kind of beginning to fill a little bit. The one in the container is still, it's getting better and better, but it'll be good because I want to smell them when we go walk into the house. So I put it in a container.
How big are the containers?
It's
Is it as big as the container here?
No, not as big as a number 3. I don't think it's wider than the
one of those old-fashioned urn-shaped type things.
It's more like a I'm not sure how to describe it, but I would guess it's about a foot deep, maybe a foot and a half deep, and then really, really wide.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good.
Okay.
But that's what they do. They fill whatever space you give them. The Phoenix phlox do, and they, in an orderly manner. The firebush in a container is pretty much the same. The firebush, when it's out in the field or the garden, that'll take what space you give it and get big. It's quite a different the growth habit between the garden.
Oh, what are you pointing at? The guy with the citrus?
No. It is a fig. It looks like.
The what now?
It looks like a fig.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does look like a fig. I bet it is a fig.
Anyway.
Yes.
So he was wondering where to go to purchase, where the cashier was. And I said,
okay.
That one.
Gotcha. I didn't understand. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867, the number to call to be a part of the show. Before we get people caught up with the news, we've got about a minute and a half. Anything you want to bring up?
No, I just wanted to remind, we can talk about that after the news, about Calvin's article again.
All right.
Talking about bougainvilleas and Mexican olives, and what was the last one?
Phoenix phlox.
Yeah, Phoenix phlox.
Okay.
We can talk about that again. And then vegetables, because he mentions Malabar spinach.
Oh, cool. All right, we will talk about that in just a moment after we get you caught up with the news. And then you mentioned it. Do you want to tease the video that's out now for Go Gardening?
Sure.
Okay.
Tease.
All right. Thank you, Mark. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. We will take a break. No, go ahead and Do you want to talk?
No, one of them, the really interesting one is the one actually I did here on the 4th of July, talking about what great color you can put in your landscape, both annuals and perennials.
Okay.
Speaking of great color, we
those are the ones I mentioned.
Oh, the crepe myrtles? Oh.
I mean, we got to mention these
crepe
guys.
myrtles.
Crepe myrtles.
We talked about the Vinca. We talked about Ventas.
Vinca's great.
We talked about Esperanza.
All righty. We'll take a quick break. Be back in a moment. Give us a call or come visit us. We're at 1604 on Boulevardy Road, and we're on the phone at 210-308-8867. I'm Milton Glueck. We're back in a moment on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Boulevardy Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867. Mark Peterson, Dr. Calvin Finch. We welcome you to come by with your gardening questions, or and sometimes that makes it easier, like Tom's big bag of something. Do we know what it was yet?
No, I took the picture and sent it off.
Okay.
And then we had, I got cornered by one of the staff persons after the show, and they had another a plant covered. The leaves were covered with. These were more obviously eggs. And they were in. They were in orderly, following the veins. You got to.
No. So usually I think about that. That's probably butterflies or something Lepidoptera.
Very small eggs, and some of them had. Really a fancy pattern of a brown lace-like.
Yeah. So I mean, like little silver drops in a row, pin drops.
Pinheads. They're as smallest pinheads. So there's a lot. Everything is putting out a lot of foliage now because of the rain and the insects and. Foliage eaters are taking advantage of it.
All right. Well, we were going to talk about Calvin's article after the news, so let's do it.
Calvin wrote an excellent article about bougainvilleas.
Okay, that's good. 210-3... No, teasing. Go ahead.
Bougainvilleas. Now, bougainvilleas are a little unusual.
Different.
Great subtropical plants that like to be abused. And they like to have their roots restricted. Now, I like to prune them back, but you don't have to prune them back in the wintertime. Right? I think we were discussing whether or not to do it or not.
I'm with you, cutting them back.
Yeah.
When Mark's talking about, they have to be protected from the cold. They're sensitive to the cold. And if you got a greenhouse, that's ideal. The problem is they reach out, the vines do, and they got thorns, and they'll find you.
Yeah. So you thought the spiny hackberry was
bad?
Try a bougainvillea.
I fought bougainvillea, but they're not as deceptive. They let you know they got thorns immediately. Yeah. The hackberry was like, "We're okay. Just take us out to the curb now." Sucker. Okay, sorry.
And but what Mark mentioned, they need to be root bound to get them to bloom, and then the other characteristic is that you have to let them dry out in between the watering if you want to maximize the blooms. They're one of the few plants that does not respond to moist soil.
So again, I don't know. I think we got off track yesterday. If you have to have them root bound to bloom, why are all these bougainvilleas blooming in Monte Vista, Alta Vista, Southton, big outside. Are they eventually hitting something?
Oh, yeah. No, you don't have to, but you're going to get better blooms.
Okay, there you go.
Well, but you also, if you plant it out on the landscape, you're generally looking at a couple years before.
Okay.
But a lot of gardeners have figured that, landscape architects have figured out that they're wonderful for the landscape. And the easiest way to get them root bound is you just sink
the pot into the ground.
You're kind of cheating, but that's a good idea.
Yeah.
No, I like that. Okay, and is it going to get big like I see them? Like they're huge.
Oh, yeah.
They're like 6 to 8, 12 feet across and 12 feet high. And,
But they will eventually, even if you plant them in the soil, they'll eventually get root bound.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. If that's what was happening, was they hit?
Takes them a long time.
They kind of hit us.
So you like them that big?
Yeah, I think they're pretty.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get you to start pruning them.
Well, that would be the problem. Yes. But no, I see that. But you drive by and they're traffic stoppers in some places.
So a lot of times there'll be a man-made or natural type of barrier. And maybe a couple of rocks at the root base to try to restrict them.
That's interesting. Okay.
But somehow try to restrict their growth, because if given the opportunity and they're stuck in pure soil, they will grow
and not bloom.
And not bloom.
Foliage and foliage.
Yeah.
Which is not why people bought them.
Yeah. Now, another little trick that a lot of San Antonio gardeners have learned is that they're kind of a cyclical bloomer. A couple times a year they'll finish their bloom for a short period of time. So if you go ahead and prune off an inch all the way around on all the stems, you'll get a growth response. A couple of new stems off of that, and each one of those new stems will have a bunch more flowers. So it really makes even a more dense, just kind of like we were talking about with our Phoenix Fox. It really just mass solid blooms, and the really spectacular colors, of course.
Speaking of things growing well, is this just me, or has this ever happened to you? The Whopper begonia got top heavy in the container. It was looking beautiful, 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 and then went and broke and tipped over.
Yeah, that's one of the
common
issues. Another one.
I did cut them and put them immediately in pots.
another one. If you got them,
I would have done the same.
You got big containers, and like mine, I plant right close to the big mesquite. So guess what I have? I have squirrels that jump from container to container, cats, West Highland Terriers, raccoons, and that quite often they'll break the branches off.
Hey, if you want to try something with the cats, get citrus peels. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
throw them
you
in
like
them
it?
or what?
No, you don't. No, that's cruel. That's animal cruelty, Calvin. You've already picked on
Orange
peacocks,
peelings?
and you've picked on cats.
Or grapefruit.
No. Orange. Well, I've only tried lemon and orange.
Okay.
And you put it in the pot, and the cat no longer goes in there. I don't get it. But if people could call us if they've had success with that. But yeah.
Could I do that for my whole 2.25 acres?
No, you're just doing it for your containers. Remember, you said they were jumping from container to container. But all right, 210-308-8867. Mary, are you bringing us somebody? All right, cool. Thank you.
Bringing somebody.
All right. Hey there, how are you? Would you come on the air with us and tell us what's going on? Here you go.
All right.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Is there enough room there?
You're on the air. What's going on in your world?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
get a little more.
have 17 crepe myrtles that
Oh,
have
my
been doing
goodness.
very well for a number of years with pink flowers and all. There are about 5-6 of them in the center of this row of crepe myrtles that are not doing well. There's no flowers on them whatsoever. The stems and the leaves look like they're dying. I have a yard guy that comes do our yard every 2 weeks or so, and he's looked at them and said that he thinks that it might be fungus in the roots of those particular ones. And he said he thinks I should be treating those plants with something for fungus. He doesn't think it's bugs, because then all of the crepe myrtles would have their leaves chewed and holes in them and stuff like that. And that's not what's happening to the ones on each side, just right there in the center.
Get a little closer to the mic.
And so I didn't know if that is what is.
Yeah, no, his instincts are right. When you have a big long line and you have a group of the same species like that, it's generally a root disease. Now, on crepe myrtles, I can't think of anything right off the top of my head, a root disease that would do that.
Now, one thing...
Cotton root bot is the only one.
That which is closely related to a root disease, but and when you've had 5 years of drought and then you have 6 inches of rain, any chance that the soil, any chance it's a little soggy or a little lower in that middle?
Yeah, it had to be some type of topography where it would be, those ones are in a shallow or deep.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Because I've got a neighbor that has that whole row like that.
Yeah.
And they when they're watering them in a normal year, they're just perform evenly. But when the rain is determining how much moisture they get, that middle group, which is a little lower, gets a little too much. But they're still got alive. The foliage isn't declining too much, is it?
So let me ask you about these ones which are dying. What do they look like? Are they just thin and still pliable and green, or is it all the leaves hanging on? Dead and hanging on.
They're green,
Yeah.
but not healthy leaves like the others on both sides.
Okay.
And no flowers like the
Okay.
others on both sides. They don't have any kind of bugs or anything. The stems tend to be at the top
So they're
brown.
everything's green. We kind of scratch them a little bit to look at the green. The classic root rot is literally dying overnight. So they turn brown and the leaves will all hang on. It's gradually defoliating, so it tells me that maybe Calvin's on the right track, and maybe there is something subterranean going on where we're getting way too much water in one place and not enough in another.
And that's why I asked too what the foliage looked like, because they would probably recover if it's not going to stay soggy. And then you might, depending on the condition of the foliage, you might even get a late bloom period.
Yeah.
But at least they would survive. Are they the same size?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They are.
Yeah, I think I'd be least patient with them 1 year if they are acceptable looking. Yeah.
Well, I would get a sharpshooter and dig a test hole right where the ones are and see if it's really, really dry or really, really wet. But the way you describe it leads me to think that it's not. When you said a group of trees in a row all of a sudden dying, yeah, that sounds like a root rot. But the way it's just thinning and slowly dying and not looking good, that may not necessarily be a root rot.
Yeah, and
so look underneath.
You might, if you do Mark's little experiment with the shovel, you may even find layers that have real soggy on top, and then 2 inches down there may be a real crusty kind of layer. I suspect you'll find something in there that is physical, water related, soggy, and as long as the foliage stays alive, you probably have it recover. I mean,
Okay.
So So it's not an easy answer. I can't tell you just go in and buy something. But look around.
Oh, yes, we can. The nursery says we can,
yeah.
Something very expensive.
No,
yeah.
Well, it would be close. The fungicide of my choice would be one that's propiconazole. Propiconazole, Z-O-L-E. And we have it on the shelf there underneath the fungicides. That is, to me, the best fungicide there is.
But you're kind of agreeing that probably not.
I was going to say a group of plants in a row that suddenly die or decay or
decline.
Decline. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. That usually is indicative of a root disease. However, what usually is they completely die. And if it's the trees, what often happens is that the leaves hang on the tree and it dies quite suddenly because it's a collapse of the vascular system. You had a massive heart attack on the tree. But yours, in your case, it's like a slow decline, and I'm not convinced that it is a root fungi.
And it's worthwhile to do your little shovel
Little shovel. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try that, what you're saying about the shovel, and dig there and see the layers, what it looks like.
Yeah,
Right?
I bet you'll find some layers.
Yeah. So what you're describing is, that sounds more like that. I would lean towards that, in other words.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thank you for coming on the air.
Good question.
That was great. All right.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
All right.
You
210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Yeah, that was nice of Mary to bring her up so we could help her out.
Yeah. But that's a good question. Lots of opportunities to talk about root fungi. But that's a lot of times what happens is particularly cotton root rot. I see a long line of trees that may be susceptible, maybe a lacebark elm, and I look at them, and all of a sudden, boom, 2 or 3 all of a sudden died, literally overnight. And
by the time you get by the time you make that diagnosis, they're deader than a doornail.
Yeah, deader than a
But there's
doornail,
nothing.
and an additional 5 or 6 have also died.
Yeah. I was just saying, she had a bunch of them. She had 19. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
She said, I believe 17.
17, okay.
17, all one species because they're all one pink. No, I wouldn't do that. I would mix it up.
Do you remember what the
Do you
name
think
of
they all
this-
came
this
from the
purple,
same place or like the same plant?
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily the same plant. They're the same variety.
Okay.
That old-fashioned pink.
Basham?
That was kind of like a San Antonio pink.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Calvin, go ahead. Do you
Do you
remember?
remember the name of that purple crepe myrtle over there? We checked it yesterday.
So we checked it yesterday. It was not what I thought. It was like some spring something.
Yeah.
I was betting on it was Catalba, but it wasn't.
Yeah, no. But I was just bringing it to our attention because it was so attractive. The color is it's pretty spectacular. It's about 8 feet tall, and obviously one of the new selections.
I could race over and get it, but it was not what I thought it was going to be. But I do want to say that, the crepe myrtles have been outstanding this time of year.
Yeah.
This year. So what can
it's funny how they like that rain. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, you read my mind. I was like, so what does this mean? They like rain in the spring, late spring. So maybe if we don't have rain in the late spring, maybe it's a good idea to water them.
Okay.
So just saying, as we say down here.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. If you want to run over there, you could. Calvin, if you want to run over there, you can too. All right, 210-308-8867. If you want to walk fast over there, you can.
We can maybe. You don't like us hollering at Mary, though, do you?
No. You can do whatever you want, Calvin. You're the boss. All right, 210-308-8867. Back in a moment on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867 is our number. 210-308-8867.
Well, we've got, if you're interested in the monarch situation and nectar plants, we got some supply of butterfly weed back. We also still have tropical milkweed and the purple porterweed.
Then we had some native tuberosa.
Yeah, that's the butterfly weed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, the lantanas and zinnias and our pentas. And what was that vine, Mark, that we have? That
we talked about the Mexican flame vine because that's a little bit later. We don't often talk about that, but it's more like the summer one, kind of like the Queen's wreath or coral vine.
But you can plant it now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's for sale, on sale. It was, at least, on sale here at Milberger's. And then the other ones there, like Mark mentioned, are a little later.
Mm-hmm.
Fall aster and the Mexican, what's the one, the licorice?
The which one?
The one that smells like licorice.
Oh, Mexican mint marigold and the Copper Canyon daisy.
Yeah.
Both of those are called tagites. That's their genus name, and bloom during the fall. They're very good. And the aster is also a good one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the deer eat the aster.
Yeah, they like the flowers,
but they don't. They don't eat the.
They don't eat foliage because I don't think it tastes too good.
Yeah, and they don't eat the licorice one.
Yeah.
They pass on that. But that can be pretty spectacular, those golden blooms.
Yeah, remember Milton?
What's that?
My
Patience.
No, that one. That's good. You're
3, 2, 1.
No, you're learning. They're learning. No, stinky, sticky, thorny, or fuzzy. I interchange those. I'm sorry. It's just like thorny. I think last time I told you it was thorny.
Oh, okay.
Sticky or stinky or fuzzy. Those are the plants that deer don't like.
No, they don't like.
They don't like. So if it on the sages, salvias, they have a little bad taste. Mint marigold and the Copper Canyon daisy, they don't taste good. The Damanita, that doesn't taste good. Tastes like asphalt to deer. So you always want those, and then or sticky plants or fuzzy plants. Anything fuzzy.
Yeah.
Or lamb's quarters or.
What was a vinca? What is that? That
is not sticky or sticky.
No, I was going to think, yeah.
But it's stinky.
Really?
And I would say let's.
Has a fragrance.
Yeah. Well, let's scratch. Let's chew on it for a while, shall we say? Let's chew the fat of the vinca and find out.
Okay. I'm not going to do that.
I don't remember it having a fragrance, but we can. The gardeners, if they grow it, they know that the deer don't eat it.
Yeah.
And so you might want to just see if it's not sticky, but it maybe you got a very sensitive nose. It's got a fragrance.
210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. The number to call to be a part of the show. So what else, gentlemen? Anything else we should be doing right now?
It's the middle of July, so what should we be doing? Calvin mentioned it and things to do in the garden.
Okay. Oh, now, on Calvin's article, we mentioned, I'm trying to remember, bougainvillea. We mentioned...
Mexican olive yesterday. We talked about it.
Okay, did you want to talk about that today? Because we also mentioned the third one, which was the Fennec phlox. Yeah. Did you want to mention Mexican olive?
Talk about a fuzzy leaf. that's not attractive to the deer. That's one.
Oh, okay.
But is attractive to the cardinals and the mockingbirds in terms of you talk about a dense,
you can't see through
compact, and those beautiful white flowers, clusters of the white flowers.
During the summer, which you don't often have flowering during the summer, so it's a nice addition to the landscape, particularly if you were in San Antonio or Point South. When you get in the hill country, it's a little frost sensitive.
And we're kind of at the north edge of in terms of them making it through the winter. We every 3 or 4 years we would get them to sometimes freeze back to the ground. Quite often to lose their blooms, but they can be evergreen if it's a mild winter.
There was one at the Alamo. For many years it survived through many freezes, but 21 did it in. So it's no longer there. But it stood there for a very long time on the left-hand side of the chapel.
We have to ask Trace. Now, we've occasionally had them here at Milberger's, and if they're not at your favorite nursery, you might have to look at the native plant suppliers to find them, or one of the native plant exchanges. Quite often you can find a small container. They grow fast.
Yes, I was just going to say, I've never grown one from seed. I'm sure some people have, but they do grow fast. It's just the cold weather is a limiting factor around this area.
The cold weather?
Cold weather, yes.
Okay.
Now they call them Mexican olive, and depends. To me, they look the fruits look a lot like a fig, but they may eventually get eaten, especially by raccoons and some of the mammals and some of the birds, but they're not liked as much as figs are.
They're not tasty.
Yeah,
they're not tasty like an olive or a fig. This is where we diverged and went down the javelina track yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So they are eaten by javelinas.
Oh.
And now I suspect peacocks and chickens and things like that would scarf them up.
Yeah, would partially eat them or something.
But and they're an attractive berry.
Yeah.
So nice color.
But
yes.
No, I was just going to say before you give the number, that was the Mexican olive. They're a great little ornamental tree for your yard.
Yeah, we debated about, or we talked about here in San Antonio, most of them reach about 15 feet, and then the freeze kind of reduces them beyond that every 5 years or so. But if you go farther south, it's not unusual for them to be 25 feet tall, if they don't freeze back every few years.
For those those San Antonians who have a summer home down in Rockport or Corpus Christi or other points south, maybe Fulton, and that would be a great little tree for.
Great little what tree?
Tree,
okay.
For their yard. For those many folks in San Antonio that have a seashore house. I'm being facetious, obviously. So.
Well, I would. I
don't know anybody who has a house down there anymore.
Now, if you, I was thinking of a lot of people plant crepe myrtles for kind of surrounding a property.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. The Mexican olive really would be an attractive plant, especially south of San Antonio.
Hi, did you have a gardening question? We're doing a radio show here. Would you like to come on the air with us?
I don't have anything to contribute on the air.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, thank you.
You don't sing?
Yeah.
You don't sing or
a
anything?
little dance, a little song and dance, a little.
Yeah. All right. No, we don't. No. Calvin, I think, has some scotch hidden away. You gotta wrestle him for it. Though.
All we have is coffee right now.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, Calvin, no tequila, right?
No, but tequila's good.
Okay.
But I would take tequila before scotch.
I thought
Irish
you were
whiskey.
Irish whiskey. I'm
or
sorry.
Canadian whiskey.
I apologize. All right. 210-308. We drove him right off. 210-308-8867. The number to call to be a part of the show. I'm trying to see of what else.
Well, so we
what else could people be suffering with? Well, you said to start doing planning now too.
Yeah, well, let's say July is a nice planning month. January and July are nice planning with an N. Planning months, so trying to figure out what we're going to do.
And Mark's pushing the winter vegetables already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want to tell us what we got there, by the way, and then we'll go back to your thought?
Well, mostly we have tomatoes on that, and peppers. We have lots of peppers. We have, let's see, 8 or 9 different peppers. We have Anaheim, Tam, Mild, Sweet Banana, Mucho Nacho, California Wonder. That's another one. What was that? Aladdin, Serrano.
Okay.
So we have lots of peppers ready to go.
Bananas.
They are transplants. And then we have lots of tomatoes. Ruby Crush, Thunderbird, Red Snapper, Amelia in the 6-pack, Celebrity Plush, Celebrity in the 6-pack, Tycoons in the 6-pack, Better Boy in the 6-pack, and a new one. I think you looked it up for me.
Yeah, chocolate sprinkles.
That's a pole cherry, I believe.
Do the tomatoes look like donuts?
I don't know, but I'm tempted to get something like that. And there's some Juliet in the 6-pack. Now, Juliet's an old-fashioned cherry, so that does very well.
Okay.
A lot of gardeners swear by Juliet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. I mean, I think, the ones that if you're looking for almost foolproof Tycoon, Celebrity, Ruby Crush, is that considered?
Right. And that Red Snapper, I think, it was a pretty good one.
Well, I like it. Yeah. I think it's pretty spectacular.
I think if I remember correctly, that's pretty good.
And it has a wonderful name, too.
Given its name, I think it's a superior one. I can't imagine a tomato named after a fish. I just can't get beyond that. I don't know what it is. Anyway, but you could still probably fit in some green pepper, some eggplant.
Yeah, I was wondering about eggplant.
Okra from seed is probably, we're getting a little out of that range, but you could probably still some eggplant. Peppers certainly. Peas, probably. Next month, we're going to be looking at some beans and some squash from seed. This is from seed. We could do it from. And bush beans. And then September already. Talking about the coal crops.
Yep.
Broccoli, cauliflower.
Should you start planting those seeds now to get them to germinate if you want to do your own transplants?
No, we want to do them late August.
Oh, okay.
September.
Now, though, it wouldn't hurt to plant. I mean, if you're trying to make transplants. So I think I would not wait too long before you planted seed. If you're going to plant them in containers and then transplant them to the garden.
Now we'll have transplants here. Latter part of August for that
for those
seasons. Yeah, for those. Brussels sprouts, another one.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And then what happens in September? All your fleshy, leafy varieties,
like cabbage, spinach,
kale.
Yeah,
your favorite kale. But if you didn't want to wait for spinach, what could you do right now?
Malabar spinach.
Yeah.
Milton's.
What is Malabar spinach, Calvin?
It's not
Malabar?
a real spinach, but you can use it It's got a foliage plant, very attractive, prospers in this heat, and use it in every recipe that you can use regular spinach in there. Nutrition's pretty.
Yeah, actually, the
pretty
nutrition was really good when we looked it up. I think I'll do a comparison again because it was like more iron or maybe
you want to put
regular spinach or
put
something.
A little tag on that one because we always talk about that.
What's that?
The comparison of kale or spinach with Malabar spinach.
Okay.
You do that every 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks.
I'll do that right now.
That.
We'll take a break and tease this, and when we come back, I'll tell you the differences.
Okay. All right.
All right, 210-308-8867. Back in a moment with more of Milberger's Gardening South Texas with Mark Peterson, Dr. Calvin Finch. I'm Milton Glueck, and this is 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Got a couple folks on the line, so we'll go right to Janice first and then Ed. Janice, welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas. What's going on today?
Well, I'm calling to ask Mark a question about cabling. I think he might remember I have a very large oak tree in my yard that's leaning out at about a 45-degree angle over the top of my garage. And I'm just getting paranoid about it, and I'm wondering, would it be helpful or would it be dangerous to have that branch or that very large trunk cabled to an adjoining oak?
The angle of the branches and where we would attach it is really not conducive to putting a cable in. In other words, it's a very shallow angle. We couldn't pull up the weight of the branch high enough to really support it well.
Well, it wouldn't be the branch; it would be really just the whole trunk, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, we would put the cable into that branch over the garage, and then try to come back to the more upright trunk, right? So you couldn't pull it enough. The tension would not be on a good enough angle. Good enough on an angle. It'd be too steep. Yeah, there you go.
So you couldn't cable it from the section that hangs over the garage to the adjoining tree, not the same tree, but the adjoining tree that's kind of leaning in the opposite direction, say 30 feet away.
I would have to look at that, but that was going to be, usually we do it the same tree, but that would be an option, maybe. I would have to look at it.
Yeah.
We generally don't do a lot of cabling anymore. If it does break, guess where it usually breaks? At the cable.
Yeah.
That's why we don't do braces anymore or try to uphold branches. Nature wants to let that branch go to the ground and hit the ground.
All right.
When we put a pole in, guess where it breaks? Right at the pole. But trust the tree. Trust the tree. Believe in the tree. Talk to the tree. We took a lot of weight off.
I've been talking to it, all right.
Yeah, we took a lot of weight off of that particular branch this past January. So let's look at it again after a year. We'll decide.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for calling, Janice. That'll free up a line at 210-308-8867. Ed is on the line. Ed, welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas. How you doing today?
Pretty good. I hope you guys are doing well.
Yes, thank you.
Do you know any wild or native legumes that might be existing or that I could plant in my pasture?
Yeah, I'd have to stop and think about that, but there must be.
What are they? What kind of plant?
Well, he's looking for like a legume to plant in like a cover crop or to enrich the soil.
Little easier to do it in Minnesota or Iowa.
Yeah, I know. Well, back up there we have clover, which is a lovely, lovely plant. I don't know why clover has such a bad name in Texas, but it does.
Alfalfa even.
Yeah, alfalfa. Hairy vetch is what we usually use in this area. But there has to be some kind of pea like wildflower type thing. There has to be. I just can't think of anything right now. There has to be kind of a wild pea.
Oxalis isn't a legume, is it?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I've tried some of the button medic clover, and it seems to reseed for a few years, and then it just sort of dies out. I've planted something called Illinois bundleflower, and I realized I'd sort of forgotten about it, and it lasted. I mean, it's still growing, and it's been there for like 3 years, all through this, drought. Now, right now, I've got lots of soil moisture, but for a couple of years, it was exceptionally dry here.
Yeah.
Let me ask you: Can a Yopon holly survive just out in the pasture without, once it gets established, will it stay alive?
And good soil.
Not where you live. I don't think so. I think it'd be too dry.
What about Eve's necklace?
Yeah, it could. I've seen it on top of a hill in Bandera County. So I normally we find them along creeks and intermittent streams, but I have seen it in the open. And
I have some mountain laurels that have been here for, probably 30, 40 years. So I'm pretty sure that, or I was hoping that Eve's necklace would make it because they're sort of a cousin anyway. Do you know if there's some special trick for getting a bodark tree to reproduce from cuttings or root cuttings?
Yeah, I know that you can do them by cutting because the Fanics used to grow the Fandark, which was a selection that didn't have any thorns on it. I think it was male too, so they were doing it by cuttings. The bodark is male and female. So,
I've read a lot of accounts of the pioneers spreading that stuff all over the United States, but apparently there's some trick to it because myself and a few other people that I think are pretty knowledgeable haven't been very successful at it. So there must be some little trick to it of some kind.
Well, there is a theory that they were eaten by the giant sloths 12,000 years ago, and that's how they were spread. They were passed through the giant sloths and allowed to spread that way. And then once all the giant sloths were gone or killed off, then it was very limited. It was limited up to Oklahoma.
Well, and I've heard that the woolly mammoths were supposed to have eaten them also, but
okay, yeah.
But the settlers didn't have any of those, so
I don't know. It was widely spread by the settlers, particularly the Germans. So up in Kendall County, and points north, you'll find them around. Find the Ozark, Bodark, Osage orange around old homesteads. You can, because they had really good wood for piers. So if you wanted a pier and beam house, that was really good. But I don't know. Oh, and also if you quarter the fruits and put them in the corners of the rooms, you won't get roaches, theoretically.
Yeah, I've heard that too, but, I've read so many things about herbs and Indians using stuff to cure all kinds of diseases and everything, but I haven't seen any scientific data that supports any of that.
So,
okay, let me ask you.
Yeah, I was going to say my best guess is you have to take the seeds and scarify them or do them like we do mountain laurel somehow.
I've grown a bunch of them I've grown a bunch of them from seed. They're fairly easy to grow, but what I'm trying to do is propagate them so that I get, a female. And I have a friend that's got a bunch of female trees that he got from the Arbor Society, but I have yet to be able, and I've had other people that have been trying to reproduce it also, and nobody's been successful that I know of.
I guess go over to Mark and Mike and offer them some kind of maybe bribe to tell you all the secrets that their father used to do for growing the Fandark.
Okay. All right, let me finish with something. What did you guys do with my Jerusalem artichokes that I brought with to you? Did anybody grow any of those?
No, we've run out of time. I'm sorry, Ed. We got to go.
All right.
Actually, the Jerusalem artichoke was interesting because mine died down and then it came right back up, and it didn't do well. So
mine did the same thing, but because of neglect.
Yeah, sorry, Ed.
And I'm blaming my move.
Oh, okay.
In a container, they require a lot of water. But if you put them in the ground, they're sort of like a lantana. If you try to grow a large lantana in a container, it'll be real difficult to keep it, well watered or even adequately watered. But if you put it in the ground, then that's a whole different story.
Okay, Calvin, did you have any better luck than?
No, I had the same. I had expectations I was going to try and eat some of it, but I never did. But I had it. It did want to come back. It came back several times, and I just put the container in the tub with a little water in there so that the foliage was maintained, but I never did utilize it appropriately to eat it.
All right. Well, I just tested you guys.
We let you down. I let you down. These guys maybe did it. I'll let them speak.
I still see things on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Talking about those wonderful sunchokes.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ed. 210-308-8867. Bud, we lost you, man. If you want to call back, call me back at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. All right. What else is going on, gentlemen? Just got about 2.5 minutes left. Thoughts? Coming week, we've got GVST tomorrow.
GVC, the Essentials of Gardening over at the San Antonio Garden Center on North New Braunfels and Funston.
Okay. And that starts at what time again? Sorry. 11:30?
Yeah, 12:15.
Oh, okay.
Between 12 and 12:30. And then it goes on to 2:30.
Okay.
And bring your tools.
Yeah, for the sharpening. For a $5 donation to the Tom Harris Scholarship Fund, which is really cool. Calvin, anything that you need to bring up with 2 minutes left?
Just to remind everybody that the article is still, if you can get the Sunday edition, the article, my article will be in the Express News, both the Saturday and the Sunday edition. And then you can also get it on the... in some of the social networking sites. Somebody showed it to me yesterday. I didn't see where it was. If it was the Express News or where, but so you can look for that. And that's normally, if you're into the internet, you can subscribe to the Express News and get access to the article quite often.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say it's tomatoes.
Yeah.
Don't dawdle.
Don't dawdle, but yes.
Yes, we have tomatoes and peppers.
What theoretically might we have on Wednesday?
We may, theoretically, we may have.
Of the Boston theoretically.
BHN 968.
Yep. That's exciting.
Theoretically, the greatest cherry tomato ever produced.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. And you can make your own decision. You can compare it to Ruby Crush.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And both of them are wonderful, but One is a little sweeter, and one has got a nice tart taste.
Yeah, I think you like the Ruby Crush better. Are you voting Ruby Crush?
Well, I liked the BHN 968 for the longest time better.
Okay, but now you've changed?
Maybe because it was so much easier to get Ruby Crush than BHN 968.
All right. Well, listen, we've got to wrap up for today. On behalf of Calvin and Mark, thanks to Al doing a great job, and, of course, thanks to you for listening. I'm Milton Glueck. You join us next week for more of Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery on 1604 and Boulevardy Road.